she could be dating the nurse that works a night shift at the nervous hospital. It could be worse, she could be under the curse of a man who dug a well and found a Chinese army. Hey, that's real. They don't teach you that stuff in school. Can I talk to y'all a minute? You know, last night I had the strangest dream, and I just got to share it with you. I dreamed that we were back in the days of the pandemic. I mean the heavy pandemic. When people, they were staying to themselves and they'd only go out when they had to get stuff, and they were just rediscovering what was going on in their place, and that was fine. But honey and I had been holed up for the longest time, and we was trying to make do and get by as best we could. So to pass the time, we looked through the board games, and we never had a whole board game, but we had bits and pieces. So we took a Scrabble game we had and a Ouija board, and we put them together. And we invented this game called Squeegee. And it gets worse. So we're playing this, and I got my letters out, and I see that my letters are X-R-E-T. I'm thinking, what on earth? What can I make with this? And then it came to me. And I laid it out pretty as you please, and it said T-R-E-X, T-Rex. And that's what I played. And all of a sudden, there was this loud crash, and the room lit up like 1,000 suns. And there in the middle of the room stood Mark Bowen, the great lead singer for the group T-Rex. You guys remember the T-Rex? So Mark Bowen is looking very confused, and he doesn't know what's going on. And he said, who are you, and where are we, and what year is it, and what's going on? And I said, well, Mark Bowen, great lead singer of the band T-Rex, I was just playing this game here, and I made your letters, and you appeared. He said, well, thank you. Laid back, he knew my name. He said, laid back, thank you. I don't know how he knew. He said, I've been trapped ever since I died in a place called Glamatory. And he explained that Glamatory is where you go if you're a glam rocker in the 70s and you pass away. That's kind of where you get stuck. And you're stuck in Glamatory until a band covers one of your songs and takes it to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. So I said, man, let me think about this. Mark Bowen, great lead singer of the band T-Rex. I mean, didn't Power Station cover Bang a Gong, Get It On? You remember Bang a Gong? He said, yeah, they did, but it didn't go to #1 because Springsteen knocked him out of the chart with something. I don't know. Dancing in the glory days, I don't know. You remember the Power Station? It was Robert Palmer and the only two cool guys from Duran Duran. It's funny to me. So I said, well, who else is down there in Glamatory? So he starts rattling them off. He said, well, you got some guys from Mott the Hoople are down there. He said, you got some of the guys from Slade. You remember Slade? Slade had that Christmas song in England. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And they also wrote Come On, Feel the Noise and Mama, We're All Crazy Now, which gave Quiet Riot something to do for a few years while they were waiting on Randy Rhoads to come back to the band. If you know, you know. Oh, by the way, not that we're there, but you realize tonight, probably 100 miles from here in Prestonsburg, Kentucky, Quiet Riot is playing tonight. So guys, one time, let's give it up for the Quiet Riot. God bless him. Where was I? Gary Glitter. Remember Gary Glitter? what happened when Gary Glitter got down there? They said they just waved him straight on through. Didn't even wait. Aspelin remind me that Gary Glitter's still alive. Oops. Told me his career died. I said, well, surely in Mott the Hoople, didn't those guys in White Line do a couple of Motley Crue, or, well, what'd they do? Who did all the dudes? That was Dave Bowie. Is Dave Bowie inflammatory? No, Dave Bowie not inflammatory. He passed right through. He had enough number ones. But Mark said, before I let you go way back, I got to tell you one thing. This will surprise you. He said Jimi Hendrix is inflammatory. I said, really? He said, yeah, it's about like this. Mark Bowen, why is Jimi Hendrix inflammatory? He said, lay back, he's not. I've seen your act before, and I know that some way you needed to get Hendrix worked into this bit, so I took care of it for you. And that's why he's a pro. It could be worse, you could be driving a hearse with the man who bumped the world from old Dave Bowie. Well, he bought the whole world. Help us out.
Thin white dookie was a light insane. Thin white dookie was a light insane. Thin white dookie was a light insane. Thin white dookie was a light insane.
He was the thin white dookie was the spiders from Mars.